Tanaka. We are approaching half-time now. Preston, 2 goals to the good. I want to keep it that way at half-time. Good touch by Lamont. Lamont taken to ground, but no foul. Johnson's ball finding nothing but the touchline. Nishimura. Ball over the top, finding the pace of Lamont. Good save. Sophie Dean again. She's really worked her way into this half, and both goalkeepers now have made some superb saves. The right decision to come out, made herself big, and ensured that Lamont's opportunity could go no further. Oh, Tanaka. Well, Dean. Maybe a little bit of a commentator's curse there, just as I was praising her. Tanaka almost robs her of the ball, but she gets away with it. Johnson can't play the ball through to Checker. Now maybe one last opportunity for emerging, but Johnson really well to get in there, but emerging do win it back. Rankin too clever to make sure that ball didn't evade her. Buttress. Lovely work by Danella Buttress again, still going. Buttress plays it to the edge of the area, and a shot from Juric. Can't beat the wall, but Westaway has a crack herself. This time cleared away by Talevski. Oh, Buttress probably should have had a chance, should have had a shot herself after creating the opportunity. This time a shot from deep, and it'll be gathered by Ray Horrison. And that will be the last action of this half. It's Preston Lions who are in the ascendancy, 2 goals to the good, but Effie emerging just in the second part of that half are working their way into the game. And it is shaping up for an exciting second half to come. Goals for Preston to Georgia Henderson and Hayley Johnson as well. But at half-time, at the home of the Matildas, it is Effie emerging 0, Preston Lions 2. I've got paper. Well, yeah, I didn't realise we went there because there was no. Yeah, I didn't. Paper. My laptop's in that bag. I've got to go straight to Amy Park to work on the Storm game, so I'm loving it.
Oh, busy.
Yeah, this is not ideal.
Just don't slip. Have you got like non-slip?
No, so slippery.
I know first aid, so it's not good.
Well, I've got to get down now, so we'll see how that goes. If I hit my head, then I don't know. The broadcast may or may not improve depending on the specialist.
Always get 3 points of contact.
There we go. This is like one of the better scaffoldings, to be fair. I don't know why I'm slow. The one at Preston is actually scary. This one's fun. Except that it's not, and it's not very safe. It's not too, it's sturdy. I did an acupuncture in the Killer Park and it was like, it was terrible. It was like the scaffolding was like, what am I doing? Yeah. I'm paranoid.
I am Charlie. Especially now there's no revenue next season, so I've suddenly got an extra bunch of money and an extra bunch of Friday back, so I'll do it.
Sorry about that.
It's not the first time I've lost the club. In a bad few years. Changing my name now as well.
Are we going to get a present from the Nuka though?
And Munkoto as well. What can you do? What about last night?
I don't know what he was talking about next week's game.
Yeah, next week.
We're going to go next week.
That's right, you move on straight away.
Correct. Can't dwell on the past, as the saying simply goes. Move forward.
But the Melbourne, all the academy teams can train 5 days a week, can't they? And don't get half of what our boys are getting. You know what? Lose week fair enough. It's knowing that Melbourne victory lost last week. Melbourne, Western United drew last week. It's an opportunity. We can never capitalise on our opportunities. It's just not. The boys are turning the changing into a barber shop rather than a changing. Delano does hairdressing, he's a barber, which is fair enough. But if you want to get him, go to his house or go to his barber shop or wherever, not in the change room.
As long as he doesn't, one of my good mates in Sydney, during COVID, he's like, blokes you never talk about haircuts, right? Because, people pay like $300. Bloke pay $5. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, it's going for a whiskey, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
It's a chat.
$50 for a bloke. He goes, you just pay for whiskey. What did it take up this much? And then after COVID, it's like, oh no, he's telling me to grow my hair. I'm like, so you're going in there, you're sitting in his chair. He's actually not. And he's giving you whiskey and you're paying him $50. Yeah, he's so scam with it.
What does the guy do? Nothing. Okay, no problem. We fix it. We're done straight away.
Irrelevant to me.
It's only for later. At the summer base. I couldn't be bothered going. I live 5 minutes away from that. So I went back last week. See, exactly. It's not this. Even though there's a bit of coverage sort of, there's not much.
Looks like he's all right now.
And I thought that, being released, like, I think I said at the top of that. If that was the boys on their normal 9 to 5 quarter, so it was set. There's no performance. Yeah.
An issue with this.
I think we're just lucky that we scored 2 goals in the last 2 games at the last minute. It's one of the surprises. If we didn't, that's in the last month, 1 win, or whatever it is, or 2 draws, 1 loss. Yeah. Although it was kind of whatever. Yeah, but it's good. It's not that hard to go on the set piece. Yeah. Score with that head. Was it 3 minutes then? Exactly that happened. You just thought, bang, balls to the bar. Yeah, just maybe use one change. You're on the way home anyway. You're 5 minutes away.
When the ball comes here, you can lean over when they go over there. Just make a conscious effort of coming back. Head in the shape. I was just zoomed in a little bit. Just get you out. That's all. So, Mark, it's me. I'm on the cover again.
The other way, right? Goes down.
Funny that.
Well, hello and welcome back to Football Victoria's coverage of FV Emerging against Preston Lions in the NPLW Victoria competition. Huge apologies for the issues with the stream in the first half. We are back now. So what I'll do now is I'll take you through the two starting 11s for both sides, keeping in mind that there may be some half-time substitutions just to catch you up on what's happened so far. It is the Preston Lions who lead 2-0 thanks to headed goals to Georgia Henderson, her second of the season, and Hayley Johnson on her 12th goal of the NPLW Victoria season. So the two teams, as they lined up at the start of the game in the first half, number 1 is Sophie Dean for FV Emerging, number 2 Annabelle Yates, number 5 Jade Tam, number 6 Ava Goodsmith, number 8 Theodora Juric, number 10 Karina Rossi, number 14 Fiorina Iaria, number 17 Danella Buttress, number 19 Clancy Westerway, number 21 Isabella Ricardo, and number 23 Anika Davison on the bench for FV Emerging, number 3 Amelia Ingalls, number 4 Amelia Tartaglia, number 12 Kira Myers, number 15 Gracie Clarkson, number 16 Chloe McKenzie, and number 47 Lara Aitken. For the visiting side, the Preston Lions, they lined up as follows: number 1 Charlotte Ray Horrison, number 2 Jade Feeks, number 6 El Tolevsky, number 8 Miri Nishimura, number 14 Mebe Tanaka, number 15 Emma Checker, number 17 Ellie Lamont, number 24 Hayley Johnson, number 25 Jamila Rankin, number 37 Susan Fonsongcam, and number 50 Georgia Henderson. On the bench for Preston Lions today is number 9 Molly Mae Ramsey, number 16 Lani Giudice, number 55 Dakota Tyson, number 31 Lauren Ferrugia, number 11 Ellie Vlaming, and number 3 Rachel Gillies. We are back underway in this second half at the home of the Matildas. It is FV Emerging with a mountain to climb, but they were showing very promising signs towards the end of that first half, creating opportunities. It was Danella Buttress in particular who was looking dangerous, as she is just letting Emma Checker know that there's no hard feelings after Checker appears to have hurt herself a little bit. But she's okay to continue. All smiles for now. Checker's throw. Up the line looking for Tanaka. Tanaka looked very dangerous in that first half as well. She's coming off a brace last week. Certainly knows how to find the back of the net. Long throw in again from Checker, who's playing it right back today. Nishimura puts it back in the box, still going. Nishimura Buttress eventually clears it away, and Rossi, the pace of Karina Rossi, well, she almost beat Jade Feeks to the ball then. Feeks did get there with quite a bit of a head start to poke it back to her keeper, Charlotte Ray Horrison. Rossi was starting nice and high in that first half and has come out with a bit of intent in the second half, as has her teammate Anika Davison, winning that ball back with a sliding challenge. Johnson, Henderson has the ball taken away in midfield and then played back to Checker. If you are watching this live, just to let you know, that first half that unfortunately wasn't streamed, it was recorded. So it will be up on the Football Victoria, NPL Victoria YouTube channel in the near future. So you will have that to look forward to if you did miss the first half. Lamont. Loses out and Emerging win the throw. Seems like the rain has just ceased for a moment. Here in Bundoora, it was a very wet first half. The rain seemed to pick up as the half went on. But it has relented for now. Buttress. Her and Checker have had that little battle today. Acknowledged by that little bit of a smile earlier when Checker was hurt by the challenge. Here's Tanaka. Offside flag is raised. Preston Lions coach Dan Foden disagrees. Goodsmith. Iaria dropping deep. She'll play it into Lamont and win her side the throw. In fact, it did come off Iaria last, so it is the visitors who will have the throw instead. Rankin. Tanaka tried to play in Lamont, but Theodora Juric was the player who was there. Johnson. Hayley Johnson playing in Emma Checker. Cutting inside. Checker looking for options. She'll go central. Tanaka shoots straight at Sophie Dean. Well, Dean made a couple of impressive saves towards the end of that first half, as did Preston's Ray Horrison, both only 17 years of age. Ray Horrison, of course, formerly of FE Emerging last season. Anika Doveston. Great work to beat Nishimura. Doveston playing in central, and Rossi's touch just evading her. Lovely play by Doveston. And hands on head from an FE Emerging supporter in front of me says it all. Played up the line by Preston. Emerging, looking to play it out from the back calmly. Oh, now an interception. Tanaka with a golden opportunity, saved again by Dean. After some good work in defence to cut down the angle and make it very difficult for Tanaka, but that is a warning shot early in this second half. Tanaka hasn't found the back of the net yet for Preston, but she's been instrumental in their attacking play. Here's Von Songkamp. Von Songkamp goes to ground legally, according to the referee, so Emerging with a chance to break quickly. West away, back to Goodsmith. Rankin will intercept high, straight to Tanaka. Rankin. And the ball looking for Lamont, going just beyond her. Seven goals this season for Lamont. Directness and ability to get in behind, combined with that little bit of extra experience, 25 years of age. We see a lot of players who are able to make those movements and have the pace. The thing that's been very impressive about the Mont this season is those added football smarts to know what to do when she gets in those positions. Here comes Emerging, Iaria. No ball. Ineffective. Ray Horrison comes and claims. Ball delivered. Tanaka. Rankin, overlapping run. Lamont. Two options in the middle. Goodsmith does very well claims she was pushed, but instead Lamont keeps going towards the back post. Johnson couldn't get there. Well, it seemed from this angle that Guzman had done enough and perhaps had won the foul. But in the eyes of referee James Lagoya, Goodsmith was taken out legally and Preston's opportunity continued. Westaway goes to ground, and this time the foul is awarded against Fonsonkamp. It's quite elegant from Westaway, did a full somersault and landed on her feet quite well. The Olympics are coming up. Might see something similar in the gymnastics pool, the gymnastics event. Here goes the aria. Flag is raised for offside. Preston, they've used the aerial route quite effectively in this game so far. Both of the goals scored from headers. It is emerging on the attack now though. Buttress. Danella Buttress takes the strike. Ray Horrison is there again. May have winded her. It was hit with some force. She'll just take a moment to regain her breath. Yep, hands on head. So the force of that ball from Buttress, enough to wind the opposition goalkeeper. In the first half, Buttress showed not just her talent on the ball, but her ability to read the game very well. She was able to make quite a few high interceptions and just prevent Preston from engaging the ball forward. The ball was looking for Tanaka, but cut out well again by a combination of Tam and Ocado. Buttress dropping deep, lovely footwork. And this is a real battle for her against Checker. Of course, Checker, such a decorated player in the A-League Women's Matilda as well. Young Buttress is giving her a run for her money here. Checker playing out of what we would normally consider her position at centre back. She's playing at right back today for Preston. She will be the one to take the free kick here. Johnson, the obvious target. She delivers, and Johnson will be the closest player to come and claim. In fact, the header away will land at the feet of Fonsonkamp. Fonsonkamp's touch, though, too heavy. And so it'll go out for an emerging goal kick. Preston's ball not really finding a target. Come back and be collected by Ocado, who play a nice ball through midfield. Tam. Checker. Henderson. Buttress getting involved. Doing well to take the ball away from Tanaka. Ocado now. Now Annabelle Yates. Emerging, they're not able to play through Preston at the moment. Can the visitors capitalise? Checker with the overlapping run again. She'll whip in a ball first time. Dangerous! But blue shirts are there to clear away. So we will see our first substitution of the game. It is for FE emerging Kira Myers coming on for Ava Goodsmith. So at first glance, certainly not a like-for-like replacement. Myers signed for Melbourne City, a tricky winger. Goodsmith, emerging's captain, was playing in the centre of defence. So we'll have to see how that changes perhaps their formation style. Looks to be Jade Tam, perhaps, who's slotted into that centre-back role. Checker with the throw. On Song Cam. It's headed away by Ocado. So it'll be another Preston throw. Checker delivers. Headed high again. A little bit of confusion in defence. Westaway trying to scramble it away here, emerging. And now perhaps an opportunity in transition again. Juric can only find Tanaka, who plays in Fonsoncam. Susan Fonsoncam still going. Defended well by Tam, who has indeed moved into centre-back alongside Ocado. Ziaria at left-back. Shot from outside the area from Henderson. Well, she's already scored once today. Why not try again? That one, though, straight at Sophie Dean. Again intercepted in this same part of the pitch. That's the second or third time in a row that's happened for emerging. Just struggling to find a way out. You can hear the instructions of Checker saying, block her, block her. It's worked again. Nishimura to Fonsoncam. Henderson. Johnson. Lovely flick over the top to Tanaka, who shoots wide. Well, it was a vital touch on the way through to Tanaka, I believe, by Tam. Ocado involved as well. Because if that ball had gotten through smoothly, you'd imagine that Tanaka would have had a much easier time finding her radar with the shot. But as it stood, it went wide, much to emerging's relief. Henderson, Nishimura, still going, Nishimura, Rankin, looking for the run of Lamont. It'll go all the way through to Sophie Dean, who will claim. Tam going on a run, looks to kick it long. It's straight out Nishimura again. Von Sonkamp, Henderson. Henderson's ball to Checker. Emma Checker targets in the middle, delivers a ball in. And the deflection just allowed it to come easily into the gloves of Dean. Iaria. Darviston trying to find Myers in behind, couldn't do so. Reminder of some of the players not on the team sheet for FE emerging today. No Eva Kokotis, no Caitlin Carriage. Two of more attacking threats in FE emerging side. Poppy O'Keefe, Ellen Gaudry, Alice Frankiau also missing. Of course, Carriage scored an absolute stunner of a penalty in emerging's Nike Cup quarter-final. Both these teams into the semi-final, although not playing each other. Cardo, Westaway. Lovely ball through to Dobson. Anika Dobson gets one back for FE emerging. It was a wonderful ball in behind and a neat little finish. NFU emerging now. 1 goal left to get us back on parity. That was great work from emerging. They've been threatening really from about the 25th minute in the first half. They've put together some really lovely attacking plays. They've been caught offside a few times, but this time Anika Doverston made no mistake, slotted the ball home. And the 19-year-old halves the deficit for the home side. From Songkamp. Great work again, Westaway. There's renewed energy now in emerging's attack. Buttress couldn't control it that time. It's amazing what a goal can do for your confidence. Lamont. Offside flag is raised, and Preston won't get the opportunity to restore their 2-goal advantage. Yaria. Doverston. Oh, she signalled where she wanted the run of Myers to go. Myers wasn't there. She played the ball through anyway. And they just subbed on the field, Kira Myers. Johnson. Lamont heading it forward, but no one further forward than herself, so Tam will be able to get back in claim. Oh, that ball from Dean, very dangerous. Tanaka being presented with an opportunity here. 1-2 with von Songkamp, but that's great work in defence. Determined run to get back by Akato and make sure that nothing untoward happened there. One was cut off by Nishimura, but that's great work from the 18-year-old. Akato actually scored both of their goals in that Nike Cup quarter-final, so knows how to find the back of the net as well as defend. Intercepted by Doverston. Squared now. Rossi. Her ball couldn't find the on-rushing attacker. She is emerging, really knocking on the door now. Preston, they want these 3 points to maintain their 5-point lead in fourth. A 5-point gap in fourth, rather. Buttress. Danella Buttress goes to ground. No foul awarded by the referee. It was perhaps just outside the penalty area in any case, but she has been busy on the attacking flanks in this game and almost rewarded with another chance. She's switched flanks since Myers has come on as well, so she's now working on the right-hand side, able to cut in well. We had to see Myers really get herself too involved, probably just warming up. It's a very, very cold afternoon in Melbourne. It rained for most of the first half. The rain itself has subsided, but certainly not warm enough to dry off any clothes. Here's Lamont trying to put in the ball for Tanaka, but instead it'll be claimed by Dean. Cardo being put under pressure from Johnson. Ball goes out to Sam. It's a big gap in midfield if Emerging can exploit it. Westaway was the player that really needed to be released into that space. In the end, Preston are the team that come away with it. Searching ball forward, Johnson against Ricardo. Dean is there to clear it. If there was a grandstand, into Rosette, just as far away as she possibly could. Myers trying to advance it forward. Instead, Johnson was there, and a shot from distance had to be palmed away by Dean. Well, it was a shot from a standing start there from Lamont after Johnson lost out. Very nearly caused all sorts of problems at the back for Emerging, but Dean had to palm it away, so Preston will win the corner. Miri Nishimura. Delivers the corner towards the back post. No one was there for Preston, and it's eventually cleared. Another dangerous set piece from the Lions. It really has been a struggle for Emerging in this game, and indeed this season an understandable one given the age profile of the side. Those aerial balls, very difficult to deal with. Tanaka picking up the ball at halfway, trying to play it through to Johnson. Too much weight on the ball. Well, as we enter the last 20 minutes or so of this contest, it is Preston still leading 2-1.
Well done.
But Emerging other side on the charge. Myers, Kira Myers with options in the middle. If she can find them, Myers still going. She'll try and dance around Checker. Be forced to play it back instead. Doverston, goal scorer. Can't get it to its teammate, and Henderson will clear. Of course, Preston took a 2-goal lead in the first half. 2 headers. First to Georgia Henderson and then to Hayley Johnson. If Emerging have hit back in the second half through Anika Doverston. As Preston make a substitution, it's Molly Mae Ramsey who's coming on the pitch. She's replacing Jade Feeks. So that'll be a defensive substitution. You wonder if Emma Checker may go back to centre back and Ramsey as right back. It does appear to be the case that that is the change they are making. And it's important to get more experience in defence because Emerging have made life very difficult in the second half. Of course, Preston have had their chances as well. But in the first 20-25 minutes, it looked very dangerous for Emerging, and that has certainly changed since that point. It's been a very even game since then. Westaway, nice turn to beat Henderson, but her ball really wasn't finding the feet of anyone. Ray Horrison was there and will make her former teammates run at her. A little bit of time wasting from the 17-year-old. She'll kick it for the Hills, headed away by Yates. Buttress goes to ground, appealing for a foul again, not given. That one did look to be a little bit like more like a 50-50 than some of the challenges we've seen. Henderson all over the top, can't find Lamont. Myers. Kira Myers beats the substitute Molly May Ramsey. She'll go centre to Rossi. Rossi can't beat Checker. Karina Rossi given the captain's armband after the withdrawal of Ava Goodsmith. Jurich, back to Tam. Yates. Rossi. Karina Rossi trying to get the cross in. Again, Checker is there. She's been busy today. Run from the back by Iaria. Fiorina Iaria. We'll cut it back to Myers, but Molly May Ramsey will cut it out instead. Ricardo challenging first touch. She did well to play it into the path of Doveston. Anika Doveston. Ball over the top all the way to Charlotte Ray Horrison again. Another long kick from Ray Horrison. You imagine that will be the plan for the remainder of this game as Preston look to hold on or perhaps extend their lead. Got so much pace up top with the likes of Lamont. Iaria forced to go all the way back. Pressure again on Ricardo. Iaria can't get past Tanaka. Maybe Tanaka. Ricardo. Nice turn away from the Mont. Tam. May have found Buttress if not for the defensive work of Checker again. Rankin is using her body, of course, in the first half, and for the first part of the seconds, there was that fantastic duel between Buttress and Checker. She's moved from one Captain Matilda to another in a duel with Jamila Rankin, so it hasn't been an easy afternoon for the youngster. Jurich. Looking to slip in Rossi in behind. Ray Horrison is there again. Claims well. Appeals from the crowd for a foul and eventually given on Johnson. $12 goals now for the season, Hayley Johnson. She's maybe flown under the radar a little bit just in the last few weeks, but such an incredible talent in the air and also with the ball at her feet. Well, Lamont did really well to keep the ball in then. Just couldn't keep herself on her feet to capitalise, so it's Emerging who'll try and work their way back up pitch. Here's a run from Iaria once more. Fiorina Iaria stopped in her tracks by Miri Nishimura. Nishimura will go the other way. Johnson. Nishimura, ran out of pace in the end. Like a steam train there, Nishimura. Wasn't letting Iaria past and then tried to return the favour, but that ball at the end just a little bit too much for her. Westaway going to ground. Emerging back with the ball. Iaria. Myers. Very techie player, Kira Myers. Has so much ability with the ball at her feet. And now she has an opportunity to show that off because she's got the ball on the edge of the area here against Molly May Ramsey. She'll cut inside and shoot on her right. Deflection, and Danella Buttress gets Effie emerging level. It was fantastic work from Myers on the left-hand side, and Buttress was there to head home the deflection. 2-2 now at the home of the Matildas. Well, Effie emerging, they want more. They're not happy with 1 point, they want 3. Running the ball back to the halfway line was Westaway. All of the momentum now with the home side. Preston, after being 2-0 up at half-time, in fact, within the first 20-25 minutes of the game, now find themselves staring down the barrel of only 1 point or maybe even less if Emerging continue the way they have been in this second half. Rossi can't win the ball off Checker. Again, look at the enthusiasm now from Emerging. All of the momentum is with them. Lamont. Suddenly this emergency for Preston where we haven't really seen that in the second half. Sam. Westaway. Nice turn from Jurich, who'll play it back to Sam. Yates. Ricardo rather. There is an emerging player down in back play, so we may see the ball taken out of play, or indeed the referee will stop play. It is Karina Rossi who looks hurt, and the physio is called onto the pitch. That's nothing too serious. She is back up on her feet, but gingerly. So if you are joining us, Preston, the 2-goal advantage at half-time, it's been reeled in by Effie Emerging. Now the game sitting at 2-2 with 10 minutes or so left to play. It could go any way, all 3 results possible at the moment. Emerging have certainly been on the front foot in this second half, but now that the scores are level, you wonder how the psychology changes with both sides. Tanaka with an opportunity against Ricardo. Ricardo is there to ensure that doesn't go any further and manages to get past 3 red shirts, although it comes out to Johnson in the end. Tolevsky look to put it back in the middle. Iaria. Myers. Kira Myers will play it safe. Back to Iaria. Jurich. Jurich's ball cut out by Nishimura, who strikes from distance. Not enough on it to beat Sophie Dean in goal. A lot of pressure now being applied, as it has been throughout the game. Lovely ball into midfield. Westaway has acres of space in front of her. Clancy Westaway out to Buttress. Danella Buttress, the goal scorer, cutting inside and out. Buttress still going, squares it. Rossi, deflection, just wide. That was almost the moment for Effie Emerging. a fantastic run again from Buttress. And a deflected shot from Rossi ended up trickling agonisingly wide. Well, the opportunity not yet over. They will still have a corner. Of course, Preston with probably the aerial superiority, but you just never know from set pieces. Ball delivered from Sam. Von Song Cam able to clear. Preparing now for the second ball in. Tam over the top. Rossi. Karina Rossi shoots and scores. What a turnaround from FE Emerging. From 2-0 down at half-time to 3-2 in the lead. And it is FE Emerging with 5 minutes or so remaining in this game who are leading Preston Lions 3-2. Well, can you believe that? After the first 20 minutes or so, it really did seem like Preston may well run away with this game. But FE Emerging have come back in this second half on the front foot attacking. Even when they equalised, they wanted that third goal. They made sure the ball was back on the halfway line because they sensed 3 points coming. And now Karina Rossi has scored her 6th of the season. The 16-year-old has helped turn the game on its head. And Preston now suddenly find themselves for the first time in the game as the team chasing. You wonder if we might see some late changes from Dan Foden, something to try and rescue a point after leading for large parts of this game. But again, it's Emerging who are the team striding forward. Kira Myers, who created the equalizer really, up against Molly May Ramsey. Myers still going. Turning around, twisting, will put in a low cross. It's kicked away by Checker. But every time either Myers or Buttress gets the ball, it seems like something will happen at the moment. Of course, with Emerging, sometimes you never know quite what you're going to get with this team. They're so young, and obviously with youth it's often associated with inconsistency, but they've shown that their mentality in this game has been so strong. To be able to come back the way that they have. Yaria playing it into Rossi, and ball's played out by Tanaka, who's interestingly very, very deep. It's Johnson's the only one that's forward. She's urging Lamont to stay a bit higher as well. Johnson is the player who receives the ball for Preston. Nishimura will look to play in Lamont, so it was a good call from Johnson to call her player forward, but it is intercepted by Emerging. Rankin. Nishimura. Von Song Camp. Good play here from Preston. Cross delivered from wide. Johnson can't win the header. And Tanaka was flagged offside in the process. So we will see a couple of subs. Last roll of the dice from Dan Foden. Eltalevsky will make way for Dakota Tyson. Ellie Lamont will make way for Ellie Vlaming. That's an interesting substitution. Foden perhaps hoping that fresh legs up top can make all the difference. Vlaming, certainly a fantastic player in her own right. Another one of many in this competition who came through the FE Emerging NTC system. Checker. Good work by Cardo to clear. Tanaka up against Yates. Great turn. Tanaka delivering towards the front post. It's spilled by Dean, and Ocado has to clear. Well, time stood still for a moment. Ocado was the first to react, and she was able to save the blushes of her goalkeeper. The substitute is ready for Emerging, but the referee signals for Iaria to take the throw before that happens. So next stoppage, there'll be a substitution. Meantime, play continues. Von Songkamp out to Tanaka. Tanaka again will deliver a long ball. The back post looking for the substitute. Vlaming can't find her. It'll be a goal kick for Emerging, and they will make that substitute now. So Amelia Tartaglia will be the one who'll come on for Danella Butchers. That is a defensive substitute for Emerging's coach, Santi Escudero, just making sure that they're able to shore up this lead. Tartaglia, another player who was at the Under-17 Women's Asian Cup. What about the impact of Buttress? Obviously scored the goal. Set up what could be the winner. Not if Preston have anything to say about it, though. They're kind of forced to get in there and ensure that nothing untoward happens. Molly May Ramsey. Long ball forward again, Johnson. Oh, Preston, Tanaka with the golden opportunity. Dean Johnson. Wow. Well, Sophie Dean not able to hold on to the ball there. It's very slippery conditions. It has stopped raining in the second half, but it was non-stop in the first. In the ground, the ball would still very much be slippery. The on-running Johnson didn't know much about it, mind you, but got there to bring the ball forward with her momentum, and it just trickled wide, agonisingly so for Lions fans. Henderson trying to put in another ball. Flaming can't do so. Doveston into the middle, and the ball will be just cleared as far forward as possible now. Von Songkamp heading into last chance saloon territory for Preston. But it is Emerging who have the ball, although given away. Rankin intercepted by Juric. Juric out to Iaria, who's moved out to that flank with the introduction of Tartaglia. Jade Sam, a shot from Nishimura. We've seen her hit them before from that sort of distance. And now another couple of substitutions. Lara Aitken coming on the pitch to replace Karina Rossi. And Amelia Ingalls as well to replace Anika Doveston. So all three goal scorers now removed from the field of play. Only a couple of minutes left, you would imagine. There couldn't be too much longer. Henderson. Tam. Up against Johnson. Kicks it off her, so it will be a goal kick. Johnson putting the pull down for Sophie Dean. Making sure it's played as quickly as possible. Good work in midfield to retain possession. Iaria. Aiken can't get there. It's played forward again. Tam heads away. Johnson, such a handful to deal with up top. Ricardo. Frantic stuff at the moment. Aitken, though, plays a wonderful ball through, and it's Iaria to win the game for FE Emerging. A wonderful second half, capped with a cherry on top goal. Fiorina Iaria makes it 4. And it's now 4-2 to FE Emerging. That was a fantastic ball through as well from the substitute Laura Aitken. It would be probably her first touch after coming off the bench. She's played a stunning through ball, and Iaria, who had to do so much of the work in defence for so much of that half, really makes it a cherry on top for Emerging. And for Preston now, well, you'd have to think that time is running out. Here's a ball in from Vlamic, a header just wide from Tanaka. Well, if they were going to get something out of this game, you'd figure it had to be then. It was a good ball in from the substitute Vlamic, but Tanaka heading it wide. And that is full time at the home of the Matildas. An action-packed 90 minutes. Preston Lions went into halftime sitting pretty. They were 2 goals to the good, thanks to goals to Georgia Henderson and Hayley Johnson. But in the second half, FE Emerging, they turned the game around. Firstly, Anika Dubberston scoring. Then it was, after a fantastic performance, it must be said, Danella Buttress getting the equalizer. Karina Rossi was the one who gave them the lead. And then right at the end, Fiorina Iaria making it 4 and putting any doubts about the result out of play. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Football Victoria's coverage of the NPLW Victoria this afternoon. My name is Taryn Heddo. It has been a pleasure having your company today. It ends here. FE Emerging 4, Preston Lions 2.
Great commentary, great game. What a game. That was exciting.
That's probably the funnest game I've done this season.
Yeah.
That was good fun.
Good.
said, relatively dry.
That's all right, good.
So we're
I'm
winning.
glad.
We're winning.
Good, good. All right, well, good luck.
What a game. That was good fun. It was very, very good fun.
See ya. Sorry, my hands are cold.
No, I'm freezing. This is awful. Yeah.
Good one.
I'll see you around anyway. Yeah, good to see you. Look after yourself. I will for sure. See ya.
I can tell. Oh, amazing. Okay, she's really close to it. Did you find this? Yeah. Yeah.